Welcome back everybody, Dan here for Sim Racing Source. Thanks so much for joining in for today's video. So about 2 years ago, I made a video talking about whether or not you should spend the extra money if you're considering buying sim racing gloves or gloves for sim racing, whether or not you should spend a little bit of extra money and get gloves specifically designed for sim racing. And the specific pair of gloves that I used in reference were these gloves. These are the Feel It, I can't remember the exact name of this particular model, but basically the brand is Feel, and they've got quite a few different gloves you can get. These are the ones I ended up getting. And I paid about 30 US dollars to have them shipped here. So what I did was I did a comparison between these gloves and some other automotive generic gloves you could get from Walmart or the auto parts store that were ranging anywhere from, like $3 to $7, even $10. And I was basically comparing them against these. Now that was like 2 years ago. And at that time when I did that comparison, I only had these gloves for a couple of months. So what I found out in that comparison was that in the short term, these definitely were more comfortable. And for racing for a long period of time, this was definitely the way to go. It had more, just the grip areas were better. It was a little bit tighter fit on your hands. So it just generally was more comfortable. What I wasn't really 100% sure about at that time when I made that video is how long these gloves would hold up. And when you're spending twice, it was a little more than twice for a pair of these than those generic gloves you can get from Walmart or your auto parts store, you have to wonder if these things will hold up. And so I figured now that it's been 2 years and I have put these things through hell and back. I have used these a lot with the direct drive wheel, with all my other wheels back here. I've used it to do stuff around the house. I think I even used these one time to do a little bit of maintenance work on one of my vehicles. I have used these things like it's going out of style. And as you can see, guys, other than them being a little bit dirty and having some cat hair here and there, they have kept up really, really well. And so I wanted to kind of, like I said, revisit it and just make this quick video saying, if you're considering purchasing some kind of gloves for sim racing, now I definitely think it is well worth the investment for the more expensive gloves. And I can specifically speak on these. I don't have any other brand. This is the only brand that I bought. Again, this is the Feel. I'll link their website in the description below. But these have been absolutely awesome. They have been just super durable. I mean, I have not been easy with these things. As you can see, I'll see if I can get this to focus a little bit. That shiny area there is actually like the grip that these gloves have that give you a real tight grasp on your wheel. And I thought maybe that would peel off after a while, but it's still intact. There's no areas peeling. None of the seams are coming apart. I mean, my cats have dragged these things out of this room around the house. They have gone crazy with these gloves, and there's been absolutely no issues with them at all within 2 years. The only thing I will mention, and that's on this one over here, I did tear this one, as you can see right here. I'll kind of try to get that to focus a little bit, but that is no fault of these gloves. What I did was I went to pick these up off of my sim rig, and they actually got caught on something. And as I pulled them away with a lot of force, it did rip the seam. But that was my fault, no fault of these gloves. As you can see, this one that I did not accidentally get caught on something are still 100% intact, no issues at all. So like I said in the first video, whether or not you use gloves to sim race is 100% a personal preference. Some people do, some people don't. Most of the time I do. But the question of that first video was, if you are the person that does want to use sim racing gloves, is it worth getting these, or should you just buy the cheap versions I was talking about earlier from your local parts store? And now, after 2 years of using these, I am confident, very, very confident that it is worth spending the extra money and getting a pair of these and just skipping out off of those generic ones, because I guarantee they're not going to last as long as these did. Even with the tear that was my fault on this one, I'm pretty sure I'll still get several more years of use out of these without having to replace them. And that's sim racing pretty regularly. and doing some stuff around the house with them. So yeah, so I just wanted to basically make this follow-up video just confirming what I thought to begin with, and that was that these are fantastic gloves. So again, I'll put the link in the description below. These are the Feel Sim Racing gloves. They are a little bit more expensive, but they are specifically designed for sim racing. They fit very tight and very well, and it's worth the little extra money. So hopefully this was helpful to you guys and maybe considering picking up a pair of these sim racing gloves. Now you know that after 2 years of continued very rough use, they're still in good shape. At least mine are. So that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for joining in. As always, I appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button. If you are not subscribed, go on and click that subscribe button because we have lots more great stuff coming very, very soon. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. We'll see you later.